There are some things and there are some things, and some things sound just downright silly. Like, let's say, if you're having a meeting with yourself. What? Jan, what on earth are you talking about? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More Jan channel. How you doing today? Have you had a meeting with yourself yet? What? Every once in a while, I make a point to do this. I make it a point to have an appointment with me. I'll pencil it in my day planner, but I'm not really having an appointment with me. I'm having an appointment about me. About what? Well, especially about money matters. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Many times when I start a savings account, I like to give it clear direction. I like to give it a name it and claim it thing. You see, to me, it's not good enough to say things like, you might notice this for yourself as well. Let me know if this is true for you in the comment section below. Let's say, for example, if you say, this month I'm going to save. Okay, well, what are you going to save? Are you going to save money? Oh, okay, cool. Why? Uh, 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 uh. This is where a name it and claim it fun comes in handy. I mean, a lot of us, we have really great intentions, but it's too diluted that way. I want to save. Okay, it's great. I'm glad to hear it. And I want to save money. Okay, how much money and why? And in how long of a period of time? Now, this is where it gets to be more interesting. Not only if you put a name to it, if you put a reason to it, all good, all great. But within how long of a period of time? I think it's important to not only have goals, but have goals that have, well, a little bit of a time constraint, unless you don't care. Now, if you intentionally do not care, there's no restriction of time. But let's say you want to save $10,000 fast. I want to save $10,000 fast. Okay. Indicate your reason. Indicate how long. Well, how fast? Is 6 months fast for you? Everybody's answer is going to be different. There is no right or wrong answer. But to fill in more specificity, more direct things about it, makes the whole thing clearer, right? Okay. Listen, people write in their day planner when they want to go to the dentist. People write in their day planner when they want to go for a haircut, right? I don't understand why it's such a big deal to write in your day planner a day of which you want to sit down by yourself, make an appointment to go over one's budget. Well, that's not exciting, Jan. It may not be the most exciting thing to do in the world, but must we always be excited about every little thing we do? Okay. Sometimes I think we are hooked on constant excitement. I know this is digressing a little bit, but I believe I'm right. I think we've become so amused constantly that we have to be amused constantly. Do you see where I'm going with this? Sometimes in life, things are not the most exciting things to do. Sometimes in life, we're not always going to hear all the bells and whistles. And I have news for some people. I rather it sometimes be nice and quiet and a little bit dull. But that is me. Okay? Everybody is different. But let's get back to making appointments for oneself. Seriously, we make doctor appointments, we make haircut appointments, we make appointments for our nails, for our feet, for our hands. Why can't we make an appointment to go over, for example, our budgets? I know, not as exciting as everything else I just mentioned. Or you might make an appointment to go to the movies, right? Meet your friends, right? Nice, all good. Nothing bad, nothing wrong. Didn't say a word about that. But sometimes it's a matter of priority, okay? I believe that a lot of people have the funds to do things. The money's there. I believe it's there. I just believe it is accidentally mishandled by one's own self. Not having a name it or claim it savings account, for example. Oh, I have a savings account. Great. What is it for? Is it for a vacation? Do you want to just keep saving for an emergency fund? Whatever answer it is. Do you know why? Well, other people tell me it's good to save. Yeah, it's good to save. Why? I think it's really, really important to identify those things. So, because let's say a person has maybe 8 different accounts or more, they know that each different account is for a different purpose. Okay. So, it is important to have name it and claim it accounts. It's also important to make a monthly visit with one's own self. I choose to do that for example, for budgeting. I want to know, what did I do last month? I like to backtrack. Do you backtrack on some of your stuff? I like to go over last month and say, wow, pretty good month. You did all right, Jan. You did all right. You hit this goal, that goal, this goal, that goal, blah, blah. And that's a wonderful feeling whenever you get a month like that, right? You look back on it. But then there are some months that are like, ugh, I don't really like what happened last month. And then you look ahead. Oh, what about looking ahead? How many of you out there look ahead? Now, I'm not saying look ahead necessarily 5 years down the road, although there's nothing wrong with that. But the look ahead I'm talking about, do you ever look ahead to the next 6 months? Or even just narrow it down to maybe 1 or 2 months? That's really important for the person that is like, how shall I put it? I guess living by the, off the edge with money. Do you have a budget buffer in case something comes up? I'll never forget the story recently of the budget buffer that saved someone that I know that was very upset, that thought they couldn't meet their bills. And their budget buffer saved the day because they took that time in the past to what? Go over their stuff and plan a budget buffer. Okay. It wasn't like this big striking amount either. We're talking about 200 to 300, I think it was 200 to 300, based on what I recall. Something like about the $300, which is great for a budget buffer. Who has a budget buffer out there? You don't have to answer me, but it would be nice. Okay, would be nice if everyone has a budget buffer. No 2 months are identical. We might think they are. Yeah, but Jan, last month it only cost me the usual, as per usual expenses. That may be true, but every single month is different. Ever get a month that is chock full of all sorts of occasions? For me, it is the month of October. I am hit with so many family occasions in October. Okay. I am also, well, looking back, September is not too shabby either. September and October, I am hit with a ton of family occasions and birthdays and things of that nature. All important stuff. I want to acknowledge it for my loved ones. I just do. But did you ever notice how they happen in clusters? How many of you noticed that? It happens in clusters for me. But that's why no 2 months are identical. Okay. So I might have, let's say, a quieter month, let's say in March. Okay. And then February, of course, I have the Valentine's Day, for all my loved ones. You know where I'm going with all this stuff. All right. That's why it's not a bad idea. Okay. I'll tell you, get a budget binder. I'm telling you, I know I mentioned it before. I totally agree. Budget binder, to do your little envelope system in your budget binder. And if you don't want to do that, get some envelopes and mark them down. Mark one down as gift or birthday or special occasion. And as you can do it throughout the whole year, save what you can. So that when that special month of clusters come up, like in my case, it's a little better. I'm not saying it's necessarily the cure-all, but it's a little better because in my case, it happens in the fall, but like trying to get so many other objectives completed at the same time. But is it important to have a name it and claim it? You bet it is. I think that's what the success rate is and why I believe in those budget binders and the envelope system, because it does exactly that. Basically, it is a name it and a claim it fund or thing or whatever. And this thing started not just 20 years ago. We're talking about 100 years ago. And that's how people survived in the 1920s and 30s. They came up with the idea of the envelope system. They may have used an old ripped up envelope from something else and reused it. Good for you. They used it. Okay. And that's how some people survive. This is where my rent money's going to go. I'm not going to touch it. This is where my grocery money's going to go, and I'm not going to touch it. You see where I'm going with this. So, for frugal lifestyle choice, I definitely make it a point to make a self appointment to assess my budget. I definitely make it a point to see areas of improvement that I can make. I look back on my last month. I also look ahead to what I would like to see going on the next month. I also double check next month for occasions that arise. This is important for me. What's important for you? Let us know where in the comment section below. Thank you so very much for being here. I certainly appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back every single day when after 5 a.m. or at 5 a.m. is my brand new upload daily. So that means every day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like a carousel, like a spinning top. I cannot be stopped. Can't help it. All right, everybody, have a great day. Don't forget to take good care of yourself and your amazing family. Super thanks. I'll forever appreciate it. Take good care. Bye bye.